Hello and welcome back to the Elsie version. Today is Hosea 5. We've already talked about the context of Hosea and all the evil kings in Israel, and there are a few in Judah, but anyway, we're going to start back. We're going to pick up in Hosea 4, verse 17, and then read through chapter 5, okay? This is in context to what's happening at this time when Kings and Chronicles, Second Kings, Second Chronicles, Isaiah, Amos, and Micah. So, verse 17 says, Ephraim is joined to idols, leave him alone. When their drink is gone, they give themselves to whoring. Their rulers dearly love shame. A wind has wrapped them in its wings, and they shall be ashamed because of their sacrifices. Hear this, O priests. Pay attention, O house of Israel. Give ear, O house of the king, for the judgment is for you. For you have been a snare at Mizpah and a net spread upon Tabor. Those are going to be places. So maybe those are places that Israel has caused others to fall. Maybe even in Judah. Verse 2. And the revolters have gone deep into slaughter, but I will discipline all of them. That's crazy. The slaughtering part. I know Ephraim, and Israel is not hidden from me. For now, O Ephraim, you have played the whore. Israel is defiled. Their deeds do not permit them to return to their God, for the spirit of whoredom is within them, and they know not the God, know not the Lord. The pride of Israel testifies to his face. Israel and Ephraim shall stumble in his guilt. Judah also shall stumble with them. So Judah had a bad king around this time, and his name was Ahaz, and he was evil. So, tracks. And then they also had Manasseh, who was also evil, but he comes after this has been written. Okay, verse 6. With their flocks and herds they shall go to seek the Lord, but they will not find him. He has withdrawn from them. They have dealt faithlessly with the Lord, for they have borne alien children. They weren't supposed to marry people outside of, Israel. Now the new moon shall devour them with their fields. That's kind of crazy. Verse 8. Blow the horn in Gibeah, the trumpet in Ramah. Sound the alarm in Bethaven. We follow you, O Benjamin. Ephraim shall become a desolation in the day of punishment. Among the tribes of Israel, I make known what is sure. Okay, so guys, listen. Nothing you do is going to get yourself out of this one, okay? All right. Verse 10. The princes of Judah have become like those who move the landmark. Upon them I will pour out my wrath like water. Ephraim is oppressed, crushed in judgment, because he was determined to go after filth. But I am like a moth to Ephraim, and like dry rot to the house of Judah. Okay. I am like a moth to Ephraim. Okay, so the idea of a moth where moth and vermin cannot eat, right? So he's mothball kind of thing. And dry rot to the house of Judah. That's crazy. When Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah his wound, then Ephraim went to Assyria and sent to the great king. But he's not able to cure you or heal your wound. So around this time, Assyria was definitely raging and regularly taking hold of Israel. And then it didn't really get too much into Judah, not like it did in Israel. I think it might have been tried to take over once. The Assyrian king attacked a lot when Hezekiah was king, but that would be later. He didn't win. So, because Hezekiah was a good king. Josiah was the best, but Hezekiah was a good king. Okay. So, 14. For I will be like a lion to Ephraim, and like a young lion to the house of Judah. I, even I, will tear and go away. I will carry off, and no one shall rescue. So I think it's interesting that he's like, I will be like a lion to Ephraim, and I'll be like a young lion to the house of Judah. So maybe he's saying that he's not going to do as much damage to Judah as he's going to Ephraim. Or maybe that's like energy. I don't know. The Lord uses a lot of pictures. Anyway, no one will be able to rescue them. All right, verse 15. I will return again to my place until they acknowledge their guilt and seek my face, and in their distress earnestly seek me. Okay, so God's like, listen, you ain't going to be free from this. You're not going to be saved until you actually seek my face. Anywho, so yep. If you don't understand the context, I explained it the last 3 videos. So I'm not going to explain it every single time, but go read 2 Kings 10 through 20 and 2 Chronicles 23 through 32. That's really the context of what's this is being written in. So that is chapter 5 for today. Lots of in and outs, a little confusing. There's maps at the back of my Bible, which I am stoked about. But I'm trying to see. Okay. The 12 tribes of Judah. Where is Ephraim? Ephraim's there. Judah's there. I'm confused. Israel under Saul, David, and Solomon. All right. Fascinating. Confusing. Oh, there it is. Now, do we have... No. So the best we got is this. If you can see the map. All right, focus camera. Down here is the little brown part is gonna be Israel. And then you have Syria, who gets mentioned. But it doesn't give us, that's cool. It doesn't give us the names that were mentioned in this chapter. So, oh, I did not understand that. Actually, so the green, this is Saul. The green is David. And this is Solomon's reign. So this is Saul, David, and Solomon. They don't really have anything for our timeline, but you can at least see like kind of how it is. That makes more sense because it talks about Damascus in this. There's Tadmor. I think that's what it was. No, it was Tabor. Anyway. Joppa, Megiddo, Tyre. I don't see the ones that we were necessarily talking about. They have a lot of questions on here. But anyway, you can at least see some idea. But all right, lit, party, and I will see you tomorrow.